Are you sick of looking at Netflix and you don't know what to watch?
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Trettler.
This is The Best Pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Get it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it. No sequel for you.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Trettler. Welcome to the show. This is Best Pictures, where we talk about movies. And Joey and I have been talking about movies before the show even started.
For like half an hour now. Alex was in on it too. You know, I mean, we just did a show before the show, so I think that's going to be something we're going to do in the future.
Yeah, because we have these interesting discussions, you know, and then we're like, hey, we really should put that on the show.
But we already just talked about it.
Right.
Just quickly, I don't know if it's necessarily like a sign that the box office is strengthening, getting ready for the summer or whatever, but Bad Boys, Ride or Die did open above studio expectations, $56.5 million.
Right.
So that's definitely, I think that's the second highest of the year behind Dune.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a good start. I haven't actually checked to see what it gets for a rating on IMDb, but as we both know, it's not going to stay.
Right.
You know, it'll definitely drop. But that's a good sign for Hollywood. I think, what did we say was coming out this coming weekend?
Well, this coming weekend, Inside Out, you know, it's another one of the Pixar movies.
That'll be big.
So that's the big opening. There really isn't anything big opening against it. There's this interesting movie called Firebrand. Let me click on it. Tell you about that thing.
Yeah,
It's Alicia Vikander, and
I like her. She's a good
Eddie
actress.
Marsden and Jude Law. Catherine Parr, the sixth wife of King Henry VIII, is named regent while the tyrant battles abroad. When the king returns, increasingly ill and paranoid, Catherine finds herself fighting for her own survival. Sounds interesting. Now, if you look at the trailer for this, Jude Law is playing King Henry VIII.
Really?
Like when you pick a King Henry VIII, you picture kind of like a big round guy.
Yeah, not Jude Law.
So he's almost not even recognizable.
Yeah, no, that's...
So that's kind of interesting. It sounds like an interesting movie. There's another movie called Tuesday opening with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and a fantasy. She has a sick daughter. I don't know. There's a talking bird that comes into their lives.
Yeah.
I don't know, just basically there's nothing. Inside Out is the big movie of the week. I can't imagine Firebrand. I haven't seen any advertisements for anything, so I don't know that that's going to be anything. And next week doesn't have much. Next Friday doesn't have anything big opening. Maybe during the week it does. No, I'm not seeing it. There's a movie called The Bike Riders. Oh, Lethal Weapon 1. There you go.
No, 5.
Oh, 5.
5, yeah. It's coming out next year. I don't know why it doesn't pop up under Mel Gibson, but...
That's weird.
Yeah, and he is directing it. The previous director did die. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, there's a movie coming out. I can't imagine this is a big opening, but I mean, I watched the trailer for it. It looks interesting. It's called The Bike Riders with Jodie Comer. She's pretty hot right now. Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And Michael Shannon.
Yeah, I have heard of that. There's someone else in it too, isn't there?
Yeah, there's an Austin Butler.
Yeah, the guy that played Elvis.
Is. Oh, all right.
He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's the guy that Brad Pitt ends up killing him at the end.
All right, so that it looks interesting, but I don't think it's going to be a big, huge opening.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's not getting a lot of like word of mouth or anything either, as far as promoting and stuff like that. So,
and as we were talking about, The Mighty Have Fallen.
Poor Mel Gibson, sorry.
Also opening up is Russell Crowe in The Exorcism. 247 people have rated it so far, and it's 4.6.
He was really big for a long time.
How could he have fallen so far?
I don't know. I mean, I remember I went and saw. I think you took Jake to see the Man of Steel, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I just remember him being like Superman's father, and I'm like, wow, really? This is the guy that won an Oscar for Gladiator, and now he's like reduced to this.
And didn't he do like his last movie that I remember him doing? It was like The Pope's Exorcist or something like that.
Yeah. I think you watched that, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you know? Oh, I
Not
thought
yet.
you did.
I want to watch this one though. If I can get my hands on this one, something about I was watching the trailer and I said, "Oh, this looks interesting." Even how I don't care how bad it is, it looks like it would be interesting.
That's why I want to watch this, just because it's such a good cast. It's like I just got to see how bad this really is.
And he's a good actor. He's won Academy Awards.
Yeah, he was nominated for Best Actor 3 years in a row. He won for Gladiator. He was nominated for The Insider and A Beautiful Mind.
Right.
So I mean, he's definitely a very talented actor. I was actually just going to look up just to read some of his credentials. I mean,
Yeah.
Did you ever see was it Roger Dodger?
Romper Stomper.
A Romper Stomper. Yeah, that was
the first movie I saw, man, and he just leapt off the screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was electric.
I mean, he's great. I think in L.A. Confidential.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was really good in that movie.
Oh yeah, I think he's a real good actor, and so even this movie, I can't imagine he's going to be like bad in the movie,
No.
but I think it looks.
It's like, what did you do?
Right.
Like, what made you get to this point?
Who pissed him? Who did he piss off?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, why did you go from the guy everybody wants in a movie to Superman's dad?
Right.
Like, you were the headliner, and now you're like nothing.
We were saying that about Jude Law as well. Jude Law was really big. He was in a whole bunch of movies for a while. I think Jude Law's even been nominated for Academy Awards, and
Yes.
he hasn't done much of anything. I mean, this is the first time I've seen his name on a movie in, at least 5 years or so. I mean, he's
To me, I think the big difference between the two is Russell Crowe's a good actor.
yeah.
I don't think Jude Law's very good.
You don't really like Jude Law. I don't really like him that much either.
I thought he was good in, he was nominated for The Talented Mr. Ripley. And I thought he was good in that, but in general, I just... I haven't seen a lot of movies he's in because they're just... he doesn't get good roles, It's like...
Yeah.
Like, he did the remake of Alfie. I think he did The Holiday or something like that with, like, Cameron Diaz.
Oh, and that was halfway
Jack
decent.
Black. I haven't seen that. It's just it's not even necessarily, I guess, that I think he's a bad actor. It's just he doesn't get roles of movies I would watch.
Yeah,
Like,
let's see.
they
This is what he's known for: Talented Mr. Ripley,
Which was great.
Closer. Did you see this movie?
Closer was good. I forgot about that. Closer was good.
Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Just looking at the cover of that movie makes me not want to watch it.
I've got that. If
I
you
think
want to borrow
doesn't
it.
she have like Angelina Jolie has like an eye patch or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
It's kind of a cute in a fantasy type of way. I think I'll watch that again.
Just
in my
the
lifetime.
title makes me not want to watch it.
Oh man. So let's see. So he's in this movie Firebrand. He does the voice for somebody in it's called What If? Oh, I thought that was the movie with anyway, Peter Pan and Wendy. He plays Captain Hook. It got a huge 4.4.
Now making a compelling point for Jude Law.
No.
What was it? Him and not Kiefer Sutherland, Forrest Whitaker did Repo Man or something like that. I wonder what that gets. That's got to be terribly rated.
Let's look. I don't
That was
know.
right after Forrest Whitaker won an Oscar too. It was like maybe 2008.
Vox Lux. That looks 5.8. That's with what's her name? She's a real good actress. Let's see. Was it called Repo Man?
It's either Repo Man or Repo Man. Yeah. It was like literally right after. I want to say it was right after
Well,
Forrest.
Repo Man has Emilio Estevez.
Yes, yeah. I think this is kind
Oh
of.
no, it's called Repo Men.
Yeah, I think it's like a remake. How bad is it?
6.3.
Wow, definitely better than I expected.
It's directed by some guy named Miguel Sapochnik. I don't know. Can't imagine. I don't even know that director. Let's see what he's done. See, we're going off. We're going off on a tangent already. We are the tangent. Let's see. He's known for Game of Thrones, Repo Men, House of the Dragon, and Finch, which has Tom Hanks in it. Did you see this movie? I mean, this came out.
Finch with Tom Hanks?
Finch. It's on a post-apocalyptic Earth. A robot built to protect the life of his creator's beloved dog, learns about life, love, friendship, and what it means to be human. Oh, it was on Apple TV. That's why it didn't come out at the theaters. That's maybe why you didn't know about it.
That surprises me that Tom Hanks would.
Tom Hanks, yeah, Caleb Landry Jones. It got 6.9, so it obviously is a watchable movie.
I mean, he's like one of the actors we talk about. I'd watch something he's in just because he's Tom Hanks. He's a good actor.
Right.
I've never. I would say the one movie I've seen him in that I thought he was terrible in was Bachelor Party. But that was before he was actually like big.
Right.
Like that was even before actually big. You know, that was like he was still like Saturday Night Live or whatever.
Well, that movie that he did with the Coen brothers.
Oh yeah, The Lady Killers. That was
Lady
awful.
Killers. Oh.
Yeah, yes, you're right. That was terrible.
My brother loves the Coen brothers, and he was like, "Well, it wasn't that bad."
Yes,
I'm
it
like,
was.
I don't know. I don't want to watch it
He
again.
honestly was bad in that too. He's a terrific actor, but he was terrible. In that.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna look it up.
It's the lowest rated.
Oh, I was
Coen
just gonna
brothers
say. What do you?
movies.
No, I'm gonna look it up. What do you remember what it is?
No, I don't. I'm just thinking about. I've seen people rating all the Coen brothers movies like best to worst, and of course, there's always an argument about the best, but that one definitely was the worst. It's the worst movie that they made, and they've made almost all their movies are really good. I just recently, one of the ones I missed for a long time was the Hudsucker Proxy with Paul Newman.
Yeah.
And, it's real good.
Tim Robbins in that too?
Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
Tim
okay.
Robbins is the star.
Yeah.
And,
Yep. That's what I thought. You're going to be so shocked when you hear this.
oh no.
6.2.
So they think it's watchable,
It's
basically.
not. It's definitely not. It's a terrible movie.
It is. I thought the same thing.
And they were really big at the time. He was obviously huge. I mean,
Right.
he's been huge for 30 years. But it was a terrible movie. I don't even think it did well at the box office. And he wasn't the only star. There were a few famous people. Marlon Wayans was in it.
Right.
I think a couple other famous. J.K. Simmons. You know, so there were some decent actors in it, but it's just I couldn't even watch it all. Like I turned it off. And I know we've had the discussion about The Big Lebowski. I felt the same way about that.
Really?
And I'm in the minority because it gets at least a 6.9. I think it's even higher than that.
That's just like your opinion, man.
No, I tried watching it twice and I just couldn't watch it. I just thought they were too over the top.
Oh, I love that movie.
But I mean, everybody does. I'm the only person I know.
It's
that
probably
does.
like one of the only movies I've seen over and over. Probably seen multiple times. That and Zodiac I've watched multiple times. And there's a movie by them. I don't know if other people would appreciate it as much, but it's called A Serious Man. And every time I watch it, it just
Is
makes
that Billy
me
Bob
laugh.
Thornton?
No, it's Coen Brothers, and it's Michael Stuhlbarg.
That sounds
Not
familiar.
a big. He's not usually a headlining actor. He's usually like maybe he'd be like the second actor. He'd play like the whatever. I can't think what else he's been in.
What did you say his name was?
It's Michael Stuhlbarg.
So just quickly, I just want to ask you one thing. I said I think The Big Lebowski gets a 6.9. What do you think?
6.9.
Yeah.
I think it probably gets a 7.5.
8.1.
Wow.
I am way the only person on earth that does not like that movie, apparently.
Well, oh yeah.
But I did, and I like all the actors, like literally all of them. It's a great cast, and they're great writers, directors.
There's A Serious Man.
It sounds so familiar. Why did I think that was Billy Bob Thornton?
I'll read the description here. In case nobody has seen this, you want to see this. It gets a 7.0. Larry Gopnik, a Midwestern physics teacher, watches his life unravel over multiple sudden incidents. Though seeking meaning and answers amidst his turmoils, he seems to keep sinking. And that's what's so kind of funny about this movie. It reminds.
What's this guy look like?
Let's see. There. I'll pause it so you can see what he looks like. There he is.
I don't know. I feel like
You've seen him. He's been in
oh,
movies.
no, I'm sure.
What's funny about this, and it's like another Coen Brothers movie, Burn After Reading.
Which I still haven't seen. I own it, and I
Oh.
still haven't seen it.
And
it looks so good.
John Malkovich is in it. And John
Another movie with a
Malkovich,
great cast.
as he's going through this movie, stuff keeps happening, and he keeps going, WTF? And it makes me laugh every time because it's like he has no idea why his life is like disintegrating the way it is. And that's what this is like too. This is the same type of thing. This guy, his life is just going through the toilet. And you shouldn't laugh at him because it's sad. He's not a bad person. You know what I mean? But it's so funny. It's like dark comedy, and you're just like here he is. He's up on his roof. He's fixing the antenna because it takes place in the 60s. His son keeps saying, "Dad, I can't get F Troop," which was like some goofy situation comedy back then. And his son can't watch it, so he makes his father get up and go up and fix the antenna. And it's like it makes you laugh because it's like fatherhood. Like the kids have no idea, I don't know. I just think that it gets a 7.0, A Serious Man. It's by the Coen brothers. See if it's got anybody else big in it. Richard Kind. I don't think it's got any big actors in it. But the performances, it's a great movie. I got to watch it again.
No, it sounds like something I definitely would. I'm actually looking him up right now. He's been in a lot of stuff I've seen, and I just don't.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that kind of blends. He kind of blends into the background. He's a very good actor, and which is why we don't even like.
Yeah, no, I definitely I get what you're saying.
So yeah, we were here. We were going to talk this week. We were going to talk about Viggo Mortensen. And Viggo Mortensen's got this movie. Oh, I should look it up because I don't know what the heck it's called. But he directed it himself. Viggo Mortensen, he's like a little bit older than I am now, but he's still out there. It's called The Dead Don't Hurt, and it got 6.8 on IMDb. Let's see how many people saw it.
12.
Was it K? So it's 1,000. 1,400 people have seen it.
When did that come out?
It came out about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
I don't know where it's showing. I don't know if it's in theaters or what. It says two pioneers fight for their lives and their love on the American frontier during the Civil War.
The Dead Don't Hurt.
He directed it, he wrote it, and he stars in it with Vicky Krieps, who I'm not really.
No,
do you know Vicky Krieps?
Does not sound familiar.
Let's look her up. Let's see what she's known for, because that's one of the great things IMDb does.
I mean, one thing I have noticed with him is he's in a lot of movies that are pretty highly rated.
Oh, Phantom Thread.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but you have.
Opposite Daniel Day-Lewis,
Yeah.
right. She was also in Old, which was M. Night Shyamalan. Not highly rated, 5.8. Old. She was in Colonia. I don't know what that is. And that's with the girl from the Harry Potter movies. Gets a 7.0.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Emma Watson's the star. A young woman's desperate search for her abducted boyfriend draws her into infamous Colonia Dignidad, a sect nobody has ever escaped from.
Would you say it gets for a rating?
7.
Huh.
7 even. 57,000 people have rated that movie. I don't know where they showed it. I never heard of this movie.
She kind of fell off after the Harry Potter movies. I feel like
Yeah.
I think she was in what? Was it Beauty and the Beast?
Is that right?
She's in one of the, yeah, it's either that or the, not the
I don't
little,
think any of them really
not the
took
Little
off.
Mermaid, but it was that or Cinderella or something. I don't remember.
I don't think any of those kids really took off after that movie. You know why? You imagine how hard it would be to come back. I mean, they're so
Yeah.
identified with those Harry
Yeah.
Potter characters.
I mean, how many did they do? Like 7, 8? Like there are
Yeah.
a lot. There are a lot of them. But we saw the redheaded kid in the movie, the
Knock
Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, he wasn't in it for very long, but you know, I think that's the first thing I've seen him in, other than. I think I watched the first Harry Potter and I didn't see him.
What's the other kids? What's the Harry Potter kid's name?
Daniel Radcliffe?
Right. Have you seen him in anything? He did like a, not a horror movie, but kind of a ghosty, creepy thing. I think it was called The Lady in the Water. That's a movie I want to see with him, but I've really never. Oh, he's also in Swiss Army Man. I think he plays the corpse in Swiss Army Man. Opposite Paul Dano. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's a little absurd.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. It's not everybody's taste. It's a little bizarre. But yeah, it's Paul Dano is stranded. He's like marooned on this desert island, and Daniel Radcliffe's body washes up on the shore, and then he has this like relationship with the dead body. I don't mean like a romantic relationship or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's like has like a friendship with the, and it's. I don't know. It's a very interesting movie. Some people really like it. Some people.
It gets 6.9.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in. Have you seen The Lost City?
No.
I don't remember him in that, but he's in it. It's with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Right. That's supposed to be good.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it's
What's
awful.
it get rated?
6.1.
Oh.
But it's not. I mean,
That's less than I
he's
thought.
like one of those actors that can't act. I don't think I've never seen him in anything that he's good in.
Right.
I just don't think he's a good actor. I think she's like decent, and I like adventure movies like that. But I watched it and I just thought it was stupid. I don't remember Daniel Radcliffe being in it though.
Obviously, he didn't stand out. You know?
No, I guess not. Like, it looks like he actually was a pretty big part in the movie. I don't remember him at all. But yeah, no, I didn't like it. I mean, 6.1. I would say it's definitely a lot higher than I would give it. I'd give
Right.
it like a 5. You know, it wasn't. But she's also been like that too. Like I had mentioned to you that she won the Oscar for Best Actress for The Blind Side the same year as she won the Razzie for All About Steve.
Right.
And The Blind Side gets like mid 7s, and All About Steve gets like a 4.7. You know, and that was the same year. So it's like, you know, I guess some people are kind of hit or miss. Because I think for the most part, I generally like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I do.
I think she's a pretty decent actress.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think
I mean-
she's gotten better too. I think as she got older, I think she realized she had to kind of step up her game and really become a good actress to be able to stay relevant,
Keep being in the industry.
which she has.
But she also, the thing about her too is she has range. You know, she can be like the detective. She could be in Miss Congeniality. She can be the adventurer in The Lost City. Like, she definitely can play multiple characters.
right.
And I feel like she's done really good at it. But The Lost City I thought was terrible. And All About Steve, I wouldn't.
Do not recommend it.
No.
Don't even waste our time.
No, seriously. It was so. And that's such a good cast. Her, Bradley Cooper, Thomas Hayden Church.
Right.
And it's just such a stupid movie. It's just like, why did you make this movie? Like,
It makes you wonder sometimes, like, we were talking about this, about,
yeah, look at the cast in this movie.
Collateral Beauty, okay? And I think we talked about Will Smith, and you said, he's not really like one of your top actors that you like.
Not particularly.
Me either. He doesn't draw me into the movie
No,
theater.
Edward Norton. I love Edward Norton.
Edward Norton, Keira Knightley, he's pretty decent. Michael Pena.
He's good. Yep.
I don't know who Naomi Harris and Jacob Lattimore are, but also in Kate Winslet and Helen Mirren. This had like
Two very, very good actors.
these guys were looking to make money on this movie. They thought this was going to be something.
They're probably
big.
thinking they're going to make win awards too with that kind of cast.
When I saw the picture, though, doesn't it look like John Cusack?
Definitely looks like John Cusack. Holy crap!
It's Edward Norton, but Edward Norton as John Cusack.
You know what I just watched? Literally like last night. American History X.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets an 8.5.
And you've seen it before.
I own it. Yeah, I've seen it probably 5 or 6 times. But I was
Does it hold up? I haven't seen it in a
I'm
long
so
time.
shocked that it gets 8.5. That is so. It's the number 41 movie in
Yeah.
IMDb history.
Yeah.
And I watch it and I'm like, yeah, it's an 8.5. It's that he is so good in that movie.
Right.
I don't remember what year it came out and who beat him. I think that might have been the year that. I almost want to say Jack Nicholson won for As Good as It Gets. I might be wrong, but it was right around that time frame. But it's like it's very, very hard to see someone that actually was a better actor that year than that movie.
In this movie, anybody could have done it.
Yeah.
They basically just got him for his name.
For his name, yeah.
He doesn't do anything amazing. He basically plays a buddy in the movie. They didn't need Edward Norton. They didn't need his talent in that movie. And he's a guy who we talk about people that disappeared. When's the last time you saw Edward Norton in something?
I think the one you saw with him and Michael Keaton.
Oh, Birdman.
Birdman, yeah.
Geez, I bet that was 5 years ago.
I mean, yeah. I mean, have you seen anything with him in it since then?
No, I
I
mean,
mean,
he did the movie that I haven't been able to see.
He does like the ensemble ones with like Paul Thomas Anderson or something like that.
Right.
He's in like a bunch of those, but he's not.
That's true.
He's not the star. He's just part of the ensemble because there's like 20 different famous actors because everybody wants to work with the guy.
He did that one with Bruce Willis. and I
Oh,
wanted
Motherless Brooklyn! I want to watch that.
Me too. I
I
haven't
had
seen
that
it.
on a list written down. I want to check and see if they have it at the library.
For a little bit, I got on.
He directed that.
Edward Norton did.
I think that was his first directorial debut. Or whatever.
I think it went over pretty good. It definitely got I don't say it got a huge high rating, but I mean it got a watchable rating.
I mean, I like Bruce Willis and Edward Norton, so I would certainly check that out.
And there's a
Absolutely.
third actor in that too. And I
There
can't
is. I'm
remember
going
who
to
it
look it up real quick because we are out of time, but I want to. I will forget about this.
Yeah, it was on Netflix, so I had
Oh,
it
it
all
was?
ready to go see Netflix, and then they took it off.
I hate it when they do. Gets a 6.8.
Yeah,
That's pretty
decent
good.
movie.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
You know, that's a pretty good cast. Edward Norton directed it and wrote it. Co-wrote it.
Nice.
But we are out of time, unfortunately. It goes by so fast. And we managed to cover nothing that we normally plan on. Let's try to have a topic next week. I know we're not going to stick to it anyway, but we'll try to have something that we actually try to stick to.
We'll make it interesting.
No, we won't, but we'll try. But this has been our latest episode of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Yeah, I'm Don Tretler, and these are the ones you don't want to miss.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. Here's Johnny.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.